What's going on, Gemini? Welcome to my channel, Divine Nudges, where today we're going to be looking into messages for you for the month of September. Gemini, let me just start by saying that I love you. Thank you so much for your support here on my channel. You made the month of August a really great month for me in terms of subscribership and viewership. I really, really appreciate you. I only hope and pray that I can continue to deliver messages to you, that resonate, bring you peace, joy, guidance, empowerment, healing, all of the good things. Okay. Um, so please continue to support, like, share, comment, subscribe. All of those things help the channel. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to try to get messages in all different areas of life for the month: general, money, love, career. See what's going on with you. Let's get to it. Spirit, what does Gemini need to know for the month of September? What does Gemini need to know for the month of September? Here we have the Six of Cups. This very much represents the home. I did a reading not too long ago where I congratulated Gemini on their new home. So this may have something to do with that. This is a very loving energy, a very nostalgic energy, the Six of Cups. This also goes back to childhood, just, warm, fuzzy feelings that stem from family life and growth and bonding. This is also the energy of, someone looking out for another person, being very nurturing, very kind, very endearing. Okay. So let's keep going to see what else we have going on. Here we have the Two of Pentacles came out in the reverse. This could indicate some sort of imbalance, could be some sort of financial imbalance. But I'm kind of sensing where if there is a financial imbalance somewhere in your life, Gemini, that is going to be fixed by this loving, caring, nurturing energy here. Someone may be coming to your aid. Yeah, here we have the Ten of Pentacles, and again, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So there does seem to be some sort of a financial imbalance, and that financial imbalance could be that, in a situation where there is more than one energy, someone doesn't tend to do their fair share. Okay, maybe they don't put forth their fair share financially. I see where that's taking a turn for you here, though, Gemini, where that's going to balance out. Number one, it's going to be necessary, especially with this new endeavor of home ownership. Okay. But I do see where there is this energy of abundance that is extremely possible so long as those imbalances correct themselves. Okay. So reciprocation is going to be very important during the month of September, Gemini, not taking things on all on your own, making sure that everyone is doing their fair share. That's what's going to put you in the best position towards success. Okay, that's what's going to position you towards financial success at this time. Home and family are definitely going to be big for you during the month of September, Gemini. All right, let's see what else we have going on here. What else does Gemini have going on in September? What else can Gemini expect in September? The World card. Okay, this is the ending of one life cycle and the beginning of another. It says, what is closing out for you now, and what new cycle are you ready to start? So definitely some new beginnings. That's what I love about the World card. Although it is the last of the major arcana, which indicates the closing out of the fool's journey, if you will. Not sure if you all know about the fool's journey, but the major arcana is very much a story about, you know, just life lessons. It's very much an analogy from beginning to end, from when we're first born and naive and impressionable to when we've learned a lot of lessons along the way, and now we're more wise, right? We have wisdom and experience. So Gemini, for you with this new cycle, you're going to be nudged to use all of your wisdom and experience, okay, to learn from mistakes of the past, right? Everything that you've learned, everything that's kind of created frustration or turmoil or blockages or hardship, right? Not to allow that to be part of this new cycle and this new journey, because you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Here we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so what are some lessons that you've learned? Capricorn. Oh, my Lord. Um, Gemini, I don't know if there's a Capricorn around you and that means something. Okay, so there could be something about a Capricorn with this Queen of Wands in the reverse. Perhaps there was a Capricorn around you that really impacted your self esteem, your self worth, your self confidence. Okay. So I'll leave that there for some of you. But that is definitely one of the lessons that you have recently learned and that you need to leave behind in that old cycle is a lack of self-confidence. Okay. You are beautiful, you're intelligent, you're smart, you're absolutely capable. Okay. And anyone and anything that challenges that is something that you need to either leave behind, right? Part ways with. I know that we can't always do that with our loved ones. So if you can't do that, then you need to handle them differently moving forward. But there's very much lessons regarding confidence and feeling self assured. Okay. Alrighty. Cycles, dealing with ups and downs, dealing with changes. Okay. Believing that good things can happen to you. All right. All of those things are things that you need to bring into this new cycle. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. So, expansion, working towards expansion rather than restriction, Gemini, is going to be really important for you during this next cycle. So, making decisions, all of the decisions that you make should be based on expansion, should be based on setting yourself up for success in the future, whether financially, emotionally, spiritually, right? Making decisions where you're not a martyr, you're not being a sacrificial lamb, but instead you're putting your best interests, you're setting them as a priority for yourself. And really just being confident enough to know that you can deal with the ups and downs, the highs and lows. Life is all about cycles and changes. Okay. Patience. I'm hearing patience as well as something that you're going to have to bring into this next chapter of your life. Okay. I'm hearing that there's a lot of self-sabotage that goes on through lack of patience, through impatience, cutting corners, taking shortcuts. There's a lot of self sabotage that happens with that type of energy. So that's something that you need to leave behind. Five of Pentacles. Okay. Feeling, operating in a vibration of lack, feeling left out in the cold, especially when it comes to your family. There may be a need to heal from any, childhood or family trauma that's related to being left out in the cold, because that can impact your happiness. Okay. And again, finances, the way you manage your finances, again, setting yourself and your family up for success in the future, okay, is going to lead to a happy home. Okay. But definitely for those of you who feel as if though, you're unlucky, you're unfortunate, good things can't happen to you, that's all a vibration of lack. That's going to impact your happiness. So all of that needs to be left behind in the old cycles, Gemini. Don't bring any of that energy into the new cycle. All right. Let's look at messages of love really quickly just to see what's going on with you in that department, Gemini. Let's see what's going on with you. Okay, ego just kind of popped out. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. Okay. Gemini it's is not known for being the most warm and loving sign. Okay. Sometimes Gemini can be very detached emotionally. That is just, a characteristic of the sign. So just be sure that you're not letting ego and pride get in the way moving forward. Be okay with being vulnerable. I don't think that that's one of Gemini's strong suits. Okay. Otherwise, there may be someone around you who lets pride and ego get in the way of a love connection. Okay. So take these messages as they fit, take them where they fit in your storyline and apply them accordingly. Because what I'm sensing here, Gemini, is that we're talking about a new cycle. Okay. We're talking about what to leave behind in the old cycle and what's going to set you up for success in the new cycle. So letting go of ego, not letting your ego control you, is going to be extremely important for you in love in the new cycle. Yeah, something about reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. So being playful in this new cycle, again, letting your guard down and really if there are some of you who feel like your love is lacking, there's something, this is part of the old cycle that you want to bring into the new cycle. So really your wisdom and discernment are going to be very important for you, Gemini, because you're going to have to filter out what doesn't serve you and leave that behind, but bring with you all of the wisdom and experience that you gained. So for some of you, there's a love connection in which that you were once very playful. You told jokes. You were very warm and kind and loving towards each other. Okay, if you need to re-spark a love connection, that's a way to do it. Okay, letting go of the ego, being vulnerable, not being cold and detached, and just kind of being playful the way that you once were. Okay, let's look at the true emotional deck here to see what messages we have, what other messages we have for you. This could be in the area of love or it could be in the area of life. So let's see what comes about for you, Gemini. Oh, my shuffling. Oh, look at that. Free, moving on, letting go, loving you. Okay, so freedom. Okay, things that make you feel free, things that don't make you feel burdened and weighed down. The things that bind us to feeling trapped. All of that is something that you need to let go of. And loving you is going to be very important. Okay, so that's the other thing as well. The relationship you have with yourself is going to be of the utmost importance, and it's going to help you with the relationships and the connections that you have with others around you. Okay, so being kind to yourself. As I said earlier, the lack of confidence that has to go. Really pay attention to your strengths. Really pay attention to how you've shown up time and time again when facing obstacles and challenges so that you really understand how strong, intelligent, wise, and powerful that you are. Really understand that you are beautiful inside and out. It's our souls and our spirits that really make us shine forth in the world, okay? And really just kind of becoming self aware of who you are. That's all going to help you, Gemini, with freeing yourself from all of those the mental enslavement of the vibration of lack, of feeling unloved, of feeling left out, of all of the things that society and people kind of placed on you that didn't belong to you in the first place. Okay, but moving on and letting go is going to be a big thing for you. Really letting go of all of the hurt and the pain and the trauma and realizing that it's just weighing you down. It's no longer serving a purpose. See, at one point in life, pain and trauma serves the purpose of teaching us lessons. But once the lessons are learned, meaning now you know how to identify the red flags and avoid them, you have to dump the trauma. You have to dump the pain. Otherwise, it's just going to be weighing you down. Okay, one more from here. Romance. Yeah, yeah. So romance is definitely going to help you in this next cycle, in this next chapter of your life. Okay, Gemini. Again, look at them. They're being playful. They're being kids. They're being silly. Be romantic with yourself and be romantic with your loved ones. Okay, this could be intimate relationships, or this could just be any connection that you have, but just really letting go, being free, being playful, letting your hair down, letting the wind hit your hair, let your hair, flow in the wind. All of that's going to be so important. Give someone a kiss today, okay, Gemini? Whenever you're watching this reading, give someone a kiss, okay? Alrighty, let's move on to the shadow work oracle deck. I think we're there. I think we've figured out a lot of the shadow work that you need to do for the month of September, and most importantly for this new cycle. But let's go with it anyway. What messages do we have for Gemini spirit from this deck? What messages do we have for Gemini spirit? Alrighty. We have two that flipped over. Battle within, shame and guilt. So, Gemini, some of you are battling with feeling shame and feeling guilt. And again, I'm hearing that some of this is not your fault. Shame and guilt were placed on you by others, other people's expectations of you, demands of you, their own insecurities. All of that was placed on you in ways that manifested as shame and guilt. Okay, so it says here, battle within. It says the greatest war you wage is against yourself. Inner conflict and resolution. You need to resolve whatever causes you inner conflict in this next cycle, Gemini, because really what you're being divinely nudged is you're being nudged towards a path of inner peace, of inner calm. Okay, so that's going to require you to really, really resolve any inner conflict, and especially for you, Gemini, in the areas of shame and guilt. It says, feel them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth. Compassion and acceptance. Accept that you've made mistakes in the past, Gemini, but show yourself compassion at the same time. Okay? Bring them into your awareness, learn from them, grow from them. That's what this reading is all about today, is what you're going to bring into this next cycle. Leave that shame and guilt behind because you beat yourself up, and it really wears thin on your self-confidence and your self-acceptance, your pride, your joy within yourself and who you are. All right, let's look at the cutting cords deck to see what it is that Gemini needs to cut out. This could be about you, Gemini, or it could be about the energies around you. Okay, so let's look at that for a moment to see what it is that Gemini needs to cut out in September and for this new cycle of life that clearly is starting for you, that the divine is leading to you towards, is guiding you towards. What does Gemini need to know, Spirit? What does Gemini need to cut out right now? All right. Nervous breakdown, my friends. Nervous breakdown. It says here, can't cope or financial stress. Can't cope or financial stress. Okay. So, what did we say just a few minutes ago, Gemini? You're being guided towards inner calm and inner peace. That's the Gemini. You're ruled by this by Mercury, the planet Mercury. It's the planet closest to the sun, so you guys experience a lot of heat, and it's also the fastest, busiest planet in our galaxy, in our cosmos. I often kid that, joke around that those ruled by Mercury, which is Virgo and Gemini, experience cosmic ADHD. Okay. but also it's a very nerve-wracking energy. Understand this about yourself so that you know how to control it versus it controlling you, Gemini. Okay, so coping with stress, learning how to cope with stress in a very healthy and manageable way is going to be required so that you're not constantly experiencing nervous breakdowns, Gemini. Okay. And there is a karmic lover. I'm getting that this may be someone from your past. Okay. There could be a karmic lover that you need to cut out. This could be someone that you've just been carrying with you energetically, Gemini. It's time to let that chapter go. It's time to close that chapter. If that person was meant for you, you would have been with them. So there's the only thing that you're holding on to is the potential that once existed, okay, to memories that are no longer in the present, they're in the past. So you're holding on to relationship ghosts of the past, and it's very much the potential of what could have been that you're holding on to rather than the reality that it did not manifest in that way. Okay, so it's time to let that go. I'm being called to get one more card from here. What else do we have for Gemini spirit from this deck? What else do we have for Gemini from this deck? Alrighty. Karmic friend. Okay, same thing with karmic friend. So again, where we talked about letting go, if you can cut certain people out. I know that our heart doesn't always let us do it, but if we can't cut them out, then we need to learn how to deal with them differently. Gemini, there are people around you who just aren't good for you, who do not have your best interest at heart. There are people who challenge your independence. I'm hearing there are people who challenge your self confidence, your self image, that want to make you feel bad about yourself. That energy has to go. You have to cut that energy out. Okay, do not bring that into your new cycle, because all of these things lead to such high levels of stress for you that it creates nervous breakdowns, and more importantly, most importantly, it disrupts your peace. These are energies that are disrupting your peace. Okay, so anything that disrupts your peace, you need to stand in your power and not accept it anymore, whether it's cutting them out completely or whether it's you defending yourself or your energy, dealing with them according to how you can, dealing with them in ways that does not disturb your peace. But if they continue to disturb your peace, you deal with them less and less. Empower yourself, okay? Because that's going to be very super duper important. All right, Gemini, let's look at messages for money and career for you. See what you have going on in the areas of money and career. We're just going to keep shifting here. What does Gemini need to know during the month of September when it comes to money and career, spirit? Please and thank you so much for these messages. Professional growth. Okay, something about professional growth. It says focus on continuous growth in your career, seek feedback, embrace challenges, and pursue opportunities that align with your long term goals. I'm hearing some of you are looking for a raise, and I get that. If you all are, buying a new home or you're looking to buy one in the future, your career you need to be in a role or in a position that helps you attain that goal. So some of you may need a raise. Okay, so again, seek feedback. How can I do better so that I can move up within the organization, or within this department? Embrace the challenges. Okay, so don't shun them, don't resist, and pursue opportunities that align with your goals. All right, so professional growth is definitely a theme for you right now. Some of you may already be on that path, or that you're being divinely nudged to really seek out growth. Okay, do not get out of your comfort zone, Gemini. This could also include, updating your education. Look at that, financial literacy came out. Okay, enhance your financial knowledge. Read books, take courses, and stay informed about personal finance to make better decisions and achieve your goal. So, money management is going to be very important for you to really put your money to use for you, to really make your money work for you. What do you need to invest in? Do you need to look into life insurance, starting a trust, or, that kind of financial literacy is going to lead to financial independence for you, Gemini. It says here, aim for financial independence, increase your income, reduce unnecessary expenses, and invest wisely to achieve the freedom to live on your terms. Boom. There you go. So, really, really becoming more educated. And this could be educated in your career, certifications, things that are going to open up your path so that you can seek, higher paying roles. You can level up in your career. But also, the other way is financial planning. Okay. So you're definitely being nudged in that way. All right. Let's pull from one more money deck. What else do we have for Gemini spirit in terms of money? All right. Okay, setbacks. So I'm healing. Look at that. Because we do have helper here. Okay. So when you do experience financial setbacks, seek help. Seek counsel from people who have been there and who can guide you. I'm thinking about the nervous breakdown with coping with stress, or can't cope, or financial stress, right? So definitely seek help from those who have already been where you're headed. Okay. So for setbacks, it says taking one step forward to make two steps back. Setbacks are telling you that you're not ready to enter the next phase. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Okay. So there are some of you who are already entering a new phase, a new cycle. For those of you who are experiencing setbacks in that area, in of kind of moving to the next cycle, the universe is protecting you because you're not ready yet. There's something that you need to do, something, whether it's discipline with money management, or seeking out a role, because right now the money that you make is limiting what you can accomplish. So you're being nudged to get a better role, a higher paying role, so that you can actually attain what it is that you're meant to accomplish. I'm hearing because where it could possibly limit you right now, it could put you in a location or in an area that's just going to again be disturbing to your peace. So gaining a little bit more, financial income, strengthening your finances will open you up and expand your choices. Okay. So yeah, in terms of a helper, think before you offer help. Boom. Set healthy time boundaries. It says here, cashier, sales rep, call center, or in any field you're able to assist others. Make sure your goals are yours and not someone else's. Okay. So, again, we talked about not being sacrificial, not being a martyr, and putting yourself first. So, if you are helping someone either financially, because these are the setbacks, being a helper financially, helping others financially is going to set you back. Okay, Gemini? So leave all of that in the old cycle. In the new cycle, you're prioritizing your best interests. That's what you're going to put first. So I love that, because that's what was mentioned. So it's not just in love, it's not just in spirit where you're prioritizing your peace, but your finances as well. Okay, there are people who drain your resources, and that's all leading to stress and that nervous breakdown that we talked about earlier. One last message from the fortune cookie deck: love life. Your love life is a huge focal point right now, Gemini, and that's what you really need to invest in. It says affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. And that decision is not being a sacrificial lamb. Gemini, I have to end this. So sorry, I'm running out of time. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if these messages have resonated with you. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.